Hello again, my name is Anna Dziadkiewicz and I'm a lecturer at the University of Gdańsk in Poland. In the project SBWell, Wellbeing Tourism in the South Baltic region, Guidelines for Good Practices and Promotion, I act as Information Manager. Today, I want to invite you to participate in the next online workshop in which I will discuss customer segments, channels, and customer relations. The first area of the business model, customer segments, includes the different groups of people and organizations we want to target. Keep in mind that in the case of well-being services, customer groups are different from the typical audience of commercial tourism services. To make it easier to build a tailored offer, we in the project have prepared three main groups of well-being tourists. You can learn more about them with our video Target Groups in Well-being Tourism. The first group is peace of minds. These are the people who look for alternative ways of relaxation and feeling of peace. Tourists from this group are mainly well-educated, middle-aged, often working in large corporations. In well-being tourism, they will be looking for ways to truly slow the pace of everyday life, relax and real well-being. The aim of their holidays is to find a harmony and balance. If you think you belong to this group of tourists, it means that you are focused on your inner self and you like calming, slow and relaxing activities. So on a daily basis, you choose yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi over competing in triathlons, climbing Mount Everest and taking part in Ironman. Another group worth mentioning are curious explorers. They often travel in groups wanting to discover and explore new places. They are much more likely to choose unknown, compelling places outside the city than a popular city break. These are the people who love to actively spend time outdoors. Therefore, instead of going to famous restaurants known in guidebooks, they will choose small venues. They will observe local communities and they will want to live like local people when they are on vacation. Well-being for them is a general feeling of pleasure of exploring new things in towns, cities, in the nature and in meeting the locals. Examples of the activities to offer this group are guided walks, biking, paddling, sailing, foraging, birdwatching, stargazing, treetop adventures, and wildlife saunas. They have a general interest in doing a range of activities in nature, equally interested in experiencing modern and traditional lifestyles, food, and culture. The last of our three main groups of well-being tourists are sustainable idealists. They experience authentic local life, prefer less crowded destinations, looking for inspiration of green solutions. It won't be so much the price that matters to them, but the quality, where the products come from, whether they are local, fair trade, sustainable grown, etc. The composition of the products will be important. When they plan a trip to a place, they will certainly ask about green or eco-friendly transport. And at their destination, they will be outraged when they see disposable plastic products. Many more groups of tourists can be distinguished in tourism, of course. In the SBWell project, we have identified a few more, but excluded them from the group of well-being tourists. These are luxury yin-yang, not to be confused with the yin-yang, who are wellness tourists and relaxing spas, in health seekers, who are more focused on medical treatment and stays at the therapeutic spas, other enthusiasts relaxing during physical workouts and extreme sports, and cultural rechargers who choose city breaks and travel to attend cultural events. Let's now move on the next part of our course today, channels. Channels describes how you want to reach your customers and deliver your offerings to them. In this field, you specify the channels through which you will provide your audience with information about your products and services. Remember that your choice of channels directly affects your relationship with particular customer segments in order to deliver value proposition of product and service. As you fill in this box, consider, how do I interact with customers? What channels do I want to use and what methods work best? What cost do each channel generate? Depending on your business model, channels may be primarily tasked with raising your audience's awareness of the products or services your company offers. They also help customers form an opinion about your offerings. Channels enable consumers to buy and may provide after-sales support. Consider whether you want to use direct channels, such as on-site vendors on your own online store, for example, a restaurant and a waiter, or a hotel and a receptionist, or indirect guides, travel organizations, joint initiatives, TripAdvisor, Booking.com, and our Wellbeing Atlas. In the first case, you can expect a higher margin, but such a model also generates higher costs. If you opt for an indirect channel, your margin will be smaller, but you have more opportunities to reach customers. As part of our project, we have prepared an atlas of well-being where you can find various channels, both direct and indirect, that will link your company to your well-being target group. Of course, today closes with a presentation on consumer relations. Your customer relations describe types of relationships your company establishes with specific customer segments. When considering the nature of your consumer relations or customer relationships, you need to answer the questions. What kind of relationship do customers expect from my company? Can I meet those expectations? How much does it cost me to do so? It is the element of the business model that determines what kind of experience a customer will have when dealing with your company. Will they be satisfied? In this box, you describe the type of relationship your company will have with the various segments of well-being consumers. Other questions we can ask are, how do we get, keep and grow customers? Which customer relationships have we established? How are they integrated with the rest of our business model? And finally, how costly the customers are. Think about what purpose you want these interactions to fulfill. Your company may, for example, care primarily about attracting new customers and retaining existing ones. The way you interact with your audience should work in tandem with other elements of your business model and be tailored to the industry in which your company operates. When considering the choice of a relationship, also take into account the costs that different communication channels generate. Companies can bet on face-to-face relationships, in which case our customer service will be handled by you or your employees. Relationships can also be fully automated. Chatbox, self-service reception, table at restaurant without service, online shopping, etc. In the age of social media, forms of traditional vendor-customer relationship are often simply not enough. Recipients are increasingly co-creating the value offered by a company through referrals, ratings, and reviews. First of all, you need to determine what type of relationship you want to build with each market segment and what kind of relationship your customer want. Do they care more about anonymity, or do they need to be taken care of and have a tailor-made offer prepared for them? After thinking about this, try to estimate the cost of these relationships and think about how to integrate the relationships with the other elements of the model. The criteria we prepared as part of our work on the SBWell project can be a starting point to realize what we are missing and what the Wellbeing customer expects. Of course, it all depends on what you do. We have many options to choose from. Here are examples. Personal account manager. This is the fullest and deepest form of relationship through private online communities centered around a problem and product or service ending with self-service. For example, providing tools and applications for self-service. Going beyond this framework, we can opt for a form of relationship that is co-creation, for instance, helping customers in the emergence and developing of the company's offer through, for example, reviews. Finally, I encourage you to solve additional tasks and read the materials. You will find more on the next to the lesson. Thank you so much. And at the end, I want to add that this presentation is produced in the project SBWell, Wellbeing Tourism in the South Baltic region, Guidelines for Good Practices and Promotion, with support from the EU-Interreg South Baltic program. Thank you so much for today.